Hello and welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, where we talk about collision repair, PDR, everything in between. I'm Stefan Eschi. That's Nick Priest. Welcome to episode 81.
Yes,
How's it
sir.
going, Nick?
81. Yeah. Well, what's the everything in between?
Probably the computer and the drum set that's between us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right. That's cool.
It was a good question, though. Way to
Yeah.
hit me with something that I can't answer first thing in the show. I appreciate
Right.
that.
Right. Throw you right off in the
You're
the deep. Right.
You're the
front.
best. Thank
What's
you.
up, Alex?
Dude, I'm super stoked tonight. We got so much interest in the K-Power giveaway.
Mhm.
Another Alex, two Alexes.
Not first this time, Alex.
No, the other Alex was first.
The other Alex, definitely.
Yeah. But
Not
yeah,
much.
we have a whole bunch of entries into the K-Power. Sorry, the entries are now closed. Doesn't matter if you go comment, you're not in. But a lot of you did get in. So I appreciate that. You guys were very supportive on that, tagging all your friends. Thank you very much. Some people left multiple comments. You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
So everybody done what they were supposed to do, correct, this time, huh?
There was a lot better involvement. I think the stakes were higher. Like people were like, man, I really want this one, so they made sure to check all the boxes,
Yeah, right.
So they did good. So the only bad part is y'all have less of a chance of winning this one than any of our other ones. Alex says, as a small reminder, Smash Masters viewers, Mo Clamp tools make great Christmas tree ornaments. Ew. Maybe if you put them all the way in on the branch to the middle, those are some heavy ornaments. Maybe tack and pull plate. But no, it's
Michael.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah. Well, what about your week? Have a good week? Do anything interesting?
It is freezing here. Interesting.
Just cold?
Just cold, dense. Body shop. Same old.
Gotcha.
How about you?
I think it ended up being 60 degrees today. Yeah. Started out at 38 though. And then by a little after lunch it got up to 60.
I would take that. I would take that for sure.
Not bad.
Yeah. Getting excited for MTE. Getting close, about 5 weeks away.
Yeah. You don't get excited about Christmas?
Yeah. It's fun. You have the day off or two.
Oh wow.
Holidays are a lot of work, but yeah, it'll be a good time for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Heat wave in Iowa, 40 degrees. Greg says that's pretty good.
Yeah. Speaking of here for that.
Speaking of MTE, I do have my new batch of stickers. I've got something like 500 of these. So if you're going to MTE and you see us, hit us up for some stickers. This year is green. And if you really want to support us, got some temporary tattoos. Oop. I'm looking at you, Gregory.
Got you a template here. You can just stick that on and go right to the tattoo shop.
Oh man, just had to point that out.
Yeah.
And stick around for the K-Power giveaway. But I've been really looking forward to this show. Man needs no introduction. Might as well bring him on out.
Let's do it.
Mr. Jim Mitchell. I introduced you anyway.
There he is. How you doing?
Oh, good. I'm sitting here watching the comments pop up. Greg. So I wasn't at MTE last year, Gregory, and you got a whole ass Dent Reaper tattoo, did you?
We were talking about that before the show.
Yeah. Wow.
But he said he'll get that done. He'll get
there
it going.
There it is. That's it.
Yeah.
Can I tell a story about the first time I met Gregory?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I had interacted with him online like quite a bit. And as it goes, whenever I interact with people, I'm not like searching through your photos or anything. I'm just talking to a name on the internet, right?
Yeah.
And the first time I met that guy and saw how freaking tall he was, it was not what I had envisioned in my head.
Yep.
Whenever I talked to him online, I was like, holy crap, that man's huge. And so for my MTE appearance there, I made him duck down in our pictures because I needed him to be.
I'm sure he appeased you. He's just the nicest guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. And
Oh, hi, Nolan. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, speaking of first times, I mean, talk about how I got introduced to you. I mean, so about 2 years ago, I had just done some Kiko training in my shop. Just the one day Gene Fetty showed up and actually I only got a half a day of training because there were so many people. They split us into 2 classes. But I fell in love with it. And Gene was nice enough to explain it in a PDR sense where he's like, honestly, you're using the light, you're learning to read the light. If you practice this enough, you could get to a PDR level with glute pull. And this is something I'd always been interested in. So it was like, bing, I'm going to practice this more. Did a bunch of glute pulling, fell in love with it, decided to do PDR training, went to PDR beginners, said, what should I do? Everyone said, real world PDR, which for our listeners that don't know, Jim Mitchell started and founded Real World PDR. I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot more in there, but it's an online PDR training. And so I signed up, got subscribed, put a junk hood on a stand in my living room because it was cold in the garage. So I put it in the living room, put the videos on the big TV, and just went to town with my broken Stucky light and borrowed tools and just practice.
I love
it. It was really cool. And
Every
then fast forward.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, fast forward to MTE. I meet you in person, and you were a lot bigger than you were in your first videos.
Yeah.
But
I dropped the booze and picked up the weights during that time that we met, I think.
Yep, absolutely. But man, what a great start to PDR. I mean, it really helped me out. What made you start doing online videos for training?
Well, I'll tell you, I was having people come in for training, just people that were showing interest and whatever. And, I don't think it's any secret that doing PDR, you make some pretty good money. But here was the thing, you have to charge pretty good money to make up for what you're not making whenever you're training somebody, right? And I was just like, man, I am spending so much time trying to get these guys to find the end of their tool or teach them the basics or, and I was just like, there has to be a better way. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody else, but what was available at the time, I got a lot of feedback. It wasn't great. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try. I think that I can put together a good program, repeatable processes, kind of demystify the whole process a little bit. So that way, especially when somebody came for in-person training, they had all the concepts in their head. All they needed to do was get their hands to do it, give them little tweaks, that kind of thing. And it stretched their money, that they were given for in-person training a lot further, a little bit longer. And if people are willing to put in the time and effort, come to find out they're becoming PDR techs with the online training, which is also great. I mean, I know that the time commitment, the money commitment for in-person training sometimes isn't there. They can't do it. So us being able to prove that we can teach people PDR online was almost a surprise. Like thought that we can do it, make them a tech just via online training. That kind of surprised me, but I'm proud of it. I've been able to help so many more people that way. And hearing stories like yours, it's incredible. I'm actually getting ready to post a YouTube video from another trainee. This guy, and we've been doing it for, I think, 6-7 years now or something like that. And the more success stories I get, it just makes me feel like I've done something. You know what I mean? Like, I've actually helped people. I've actually changed some lives for the better. It's cool.
That is awesome. You trained people before you had the online training?
I did.
Can you tell a difference between people that's done the online training and then come in to you for online or in person?
Without a doubt. As a matter of fact, I now require people to at least watch through the intermediate section of the online.
Yeah.
Because then again, everything I'm getting ready to tell you, I have covered, to death on the online training. So it's not like I'm trying to get you to understand the concept anymore. I'm just trying to get you to do it.
Right. So it gets the wording, the initial kind of phrasing, and the all that stuff out of the way. So when they come in, they don't have to absorb that plus the other stuff. They can get that out of the way.
And I think something that's not valued enough when somebody's like looking for a trainer too, it definitely, the online content and even the YouTube channel, it gets people used to me, right? So they kind of know what they're expecting, what the personality is going to be like when they get to me. So we don't spend 2 days just being like, oh, hey, how you doing? By the time you watch the 200 videos, like, you basically freaking know me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, and if I'm not going to jive with you, hey, you know that you don't want to come to me. And that's okay. That's okay. And I think that's another part of the reason we've had so much success is just like, I click with some people and I click really well with some people, and it works.
Yeah.
That makes a good point.
So there's a good point. No, to meet through the videos first is definitely good. That's why I didn't go to you. No, I'm just kidding. I just happened to have somebody right down the street that was on it, that was willing to train me, and I could stay in my own bed, while I did the in-person training. That's huge for me. I got dogs and animals and all sorts of stuff. So
100%. And that's the thing. Like, not everybody's got, even if it's not the financial commitment, sometimes to go for a week, go for 2 weeks or something like that. I've got 4 kids. If I had to start over right now and learn PDR, I can't go anywhere for 2 weeks.
Right.
This place will fall apart without me.
Right. I mean, that's most people's situations. So it's no, I appreciate that. And the person I did go to in-person training with is in the comments, Mr. David White. Oop, changed right there. He was very happy that I had gone through at least the beginning part of your training. At that point, I was still working on it, but I was through the beginning point. I could find my tip. I could do the knockdown, read the light. So we got right into repairing.
Exactly. So that's all that foundational stuff that really, with a good, well put together video and an explanation, we can start you out there. That doesn't take that long, and you don't need to pay whatever it is, $1,000 a day or something like that.
Right.
Crazy.
Through that. So that way, whenever you do go to see David, he's got something to work with,
Right. Is there one thing that prior to online people would get stuck with that now the online training kind of breezes them through? Like, is there one like niche thing, or everybody's a little different?
So my students anyways, I doubt that you guys having auto body background would have as much problem with it, but the way metal flows, thinking about metal flow, man, especially Nick, I mean, not Nick, Stephen, you'll know. I'll do the real world super speed or whatever, and you can actually watch that metal flow. So teaching people that, as opposed to just jamming stuff up, bruising the metal, creating more work for themselves, was so much easier when I can manipulate the speed with the online training.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's just speeding up, because the movements are so slow.
Right.
So if you're watching the video in real time, you're not really seeing. I mean, I do the same thing. Today I was shrinking metal.
Yep.
And as I'm shrinking it, heat it up, cool down, heat it up, cool down. And this stuff was so tight that I couldn't see it moving at all.
Right.
But after doing it 20 times, I looked and I'm like, well, it's smaller than it was.
There it is.
So, but I've had some videos go viral because I had a camera on that exact process, and you see the metal go, and
it just changes the whole game when you can speed it up and you can,
absolutely
really see what the result of what we're doing here is. I mean, because if you're not doing that, if you can't see that, you're working on faith, right?
Right.
I think that I was told this is going to work, so I guess it's probably going to work, because it's so small you don't see it happening. But when you can speed it up, when you can manipulate that speed and see it, it's like, okay, so it does work. I just got to recreate that.
Here's some proof. So my efforts aren't being wasted for sure.
Right.
I just wanted to read, because I got a few comments. Get a grip now says respect the crowns.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
PDR Body Tech says I used to sub to real world PDR and it was great. Wish I would have went to gyms in person instead of dinking.
Oh, well.
And then PDR Zen Master joined right after. That's bad timing there. And there Lee says, "Good evening, gentlemen." But good, nice to see you, Lee.
And then Daniel, that's a hell of a guy. Last time I was in TE, I spent a lot of time with him, and he has become one hell of a PDR tech too. Daniel, I see your stuff online, and you are killing it. Great work, buddy.
He does some excellent work for sure.
Daniel blows me away. I think he started his PDR journey just before Nick and I did, and he is just doing amazing work.
And that's the thing, like you guys that I see, like I see it from like little baby PDR techs to like just doing some advanced, like it makes my heart swell up just knowing that I had anything to do with any of that. I love it. It's
absolutely.
I tell my in-person trainees is like, I feel like I've done everything in PDR at this point, you know, wholesale, retail, manufacturing, hail, whatever. This is the final frontier for me. And I feel like this is my legacy. Like everyone that's like, hey, I did real world PDR and it did this for me. Like, that's where I'm writing my name on this industry. And I love it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I know you worked in the factory starting out and doing it, and we can talk about that stuff. We can go right to your beginning.
Let's talk the story. Let's go back.
Okay. To finish that though, people don't know Jim as that. They know him as Real World. And like you said, you put your name out there, and yeah, you're exactly right. That's your spot. And that's awesome. Because like I didn't go through it, but he pretty much, you know, every time I talk to him, Jim this, Jim's videos, that, you know, all this other stuff. And that's awesome. And everybody that's in these comments right here talking about online PDR members, subscribe, was there, been, you know, that's awesome. That's really good stuff. So
it does my heart some good, man. It really does.
Yeah, it does sound like you're on your way to your goal there, if not there already, honestly. So
and that's and what I would tell people is like, I want that rock star tech that you're looking at, and you guys are becoming them. When they're like, hey, where'd you go to training? Oh, Jim Mitchell, Real World PDR. Like,
right.
I mean, that's something to be proud of, is it not?
That's pretty cool. I mean, you know, I want to congratulate you personally on that, you know, finding that, because sometimes finding who you are can be kind of tough, but once you find it and you've nailed down, you know, that thing, that's awesome.
And I tell you what, now I'm going to get all touchy-feely with you guys a little bit too, because as much as I've helped, and you know, I found my niche within PDR, and people have found me, and I've helped them. This community of Real World PDR, if you guys, this goes way back. Like I was an alcoholic, I was on drugs, I was doing all of this stuff, and my best support system, getting off of that and getting sober and people still supporting me, was this community, this Real World PDR community. And I'm sober as all hell now, but like I feel like a lot of times, as much as I've been able to help people, this community has helped me as well.
That's awesome.
It's I mean, coming from auto body into PDR, I mean, auto body is just a world of dog eat dog. You got to fight for yourself, and nobody wants to teach you. Nobody wants to help you. I mean, you'll find certain people here and there that are pleasant to work with, but in general, it's not a community. Certainly not online. You know, it's just eat each other up, you know, especially if you post your work or anything like that. God, my videos. I know you know about haters.
Yeah, boy, howdy.
So
but I'm actually on some of these Facebook groups for auto body. How do you guys get along at all? Like nobody can pat somebody on the back in that freaking industry.
You don't.
That's wild, man.
No,
dude. So you know, so I get along with my painter, which is kind of rare in itself. But that's the relationship as a body tech you want to keep good. That and your writer. Those are the people that are writing with the pen. So those are the two that you really got to worry about. Past that, you don't got to get along with them. They don't want to get along with you.
Nobody tries. Like I feel like whenever I look at the communities for, you know, body shop repair, because I watch that stuff too, versus PDR. I mean, you have your assholes in PDR. Don't get me wrong. We've seen
right,
them.
yeah, right.
Recently, we've seen them. But the body industry, like somebody will post something, I'm like, dang, that looks pretty good. Or somebody's asking a question. You don't get that constructive feedback in those. Like I've left these body shop groups because I'm like, you guys are just all assholes. I want where I guess, you know, bonds are formed through shared hardship, and learning PDR, you guys both know, is hard. So maybe that helps us, like, all right, if this guy's doing it, he's done it. We know this is tough, and we share that bond to some extent, I suppose.
Well, doing actual collision work is difficult too. The problem is you're putting yourself in this big box we call, you know, the body shop. And what happens is you have 2 or 3 people that want to be alpha. I can do everything. So when you come in and you can do things, or you threaten somebody's position in a shop, let's say, they feel instantly threatened by you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. So their position now is to figure out how to get you to leave. And there's people like that in every shop that you go to, especially in flat rate. If you go through there in flat rate, and let's say you start week 1, and from week 1 to payday, you've knocked out 100 hours. Nobody in there is going to like you at all. Not even one.
So so personality wise, you're incentivized not to do well.
I mean, from everybody except the other people that you might be threatening a certain position, a certain comfort. Let's just say a comfort that they have. You know, they're getting easy work. They're getting this, that, or the other. Service writers, hey, this is go-to. Let's take care of this guy. You get another guy in there, and they're like, oh, well, he's just like this guy. So let's, you know, his position goes from here to here. And he's like, nah, I don't know that I want to deal with that. So we got to figure something else out.
Oh man, I'm glad I don't. I mean, I'm friends with my competition in town. Like, if you need to borrow a tool, you know, you can just come down here. Like, I don't have that scarcity mindset. Hey, John Haverson, awesome, glad I got you interested. I try to avoid that scarcity mindset. Like, really, in PDR, our biggest struggle is our customers don't know we exist generally.
Right.
If we can just make every customer know that PDR is an option, shit, I could have 10 more dent techs in town and stay busy forever. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so reasons aside, joining the PDR community was a breath of fresh air.
It's definitely different for sure.
It's insane the amount of support that I have only 2 years in, you know? And yeah, I worked hard at that, networking, going to events, you know, doing my social media stuff. But, I worked hard at that with Auto Body, and I don't have any support like that. So it's an amazing view change when you go to the PDR world, for sure.
It's a good community, especially the real world community. I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed I do not get on Facebook so much anymore. I just there's not a whole lot of good that comes from it, except for in that real world PDR community. So quick shout out if you want to join. Real World PDR Techs on Facebook.
It's a great group.
We'll chat.
Yep, absolutely.
The cool thing about social media, and I didn't have social media really. I mean, I had a Facebook page like 10 years ago, and I posted a few things on there. Deleted it, got off of it, you know, because I thought it was something that people posted their pictures of their food for, you know, hey, let's take a picture, get it on without our day, you know, put some likes on there, good day, you know. I didn't really care for that. So 2022 is when I actually started back doing social media, and that's kind of how me and him got to talking and hanging out. And from that point, the collision shop era kind of thing was a little bit easier. Prior to that, headphones on, you know, just sitting in the shop working, don't talk to nobody, don't do anything. So, you know, the online body shop community is better. I know it as much trash as you see on the internet. It is better than like the local part for sure.
I would like to say that I only saw it better on TikTok. Facebook is a plethora of people just hating on each other and dumping on each other. On TikTok, man, I had support like crazy from body techs, painters, writers, all sorts of body tech people, and it was kind of weird. But there's something about the community on TikTok was totally, I mean, that's how Nick and I met, because he supported me. He was one of them.
You're gonna get me on TikTok, aren't you?
Not a bad
look. I was the same way. Prior, like I told you, I was in a shop and there was this guy. I think he was probably in his 60s. He was a body guy looking through. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just scrolling through watching TikToks. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like that. I thought it was weird because my girls watch TikTok and they do dance. It's all young kids dancing videos. That's what I thought. So I'm looking at the guy like, that's a little strange. You're watching like young kids dancing videos, until I realized there's algorithms that cater to everybody, you know, not just, from what I seen, it was just my kids watching other kids do stuff. But I didn't realize there was an algorithm for everything until I got on it. Then, like I said, you know, met Stefan and a lot of these other guys that are in here, met them through TikTok originally.
Andy Patrick found me really early on.
Yep, Andy was TikTok. One of them.
I just want to point out that my wife in the comments here just hopped in with the "I told you so." You can always expect that from a wife, can't you?
Yeah.
I've been telling you to get on TikTok. Yes, I know.
Yep, she wrote it.
I've been trying to be old. Let me be old.
Now, I do want to put out a disclaimer when I tell people to get on TikTok. It's addicting. So I would go right into the settings, set yourself that screen time timer on the app, and listen to it, because it really is. You could just sit there and scroll until you realize you're actually like this on the couch. You don't even realize it.
I had TikTok for one day, just want to see what it was about. And I didn't give algorithm time to catch up to what I was interested in or whatever. And it was exactly what Nick was saying. It was girls dancing. It was whatever.
That's what it is when you first downloaded it.
And just like stupid shit. And I spent like 3 hours just like, what? And I was like, nope, this is not for me. And that was the last time I was on TikTok. So
you got to train it.
And to your point too, like I'm really trying to limit my social media time. I read a lot. Like, and I know that when I'm on social media, I'll just skip the reading. I'll just be in my bed doing whatever. I've got that addictive personality. So
yeah,
I'm geeking out on the Project Hail Mary that you and I are both really into, honestly.
Yes, I forgot we talked about that. That's coming out in March.
I know, it's my favorite audiobook. Like I've listened to it at least like 6 or 7 times.
I have turned so many people on to that audiobook, and I've read the book too. And I tell you what, the audiobook makes that.
Oh, hell yeah. It's got to, because the way, whatever, I won't say it, but it's, great.
So I'm just going to shout out this author right here. Y'all need to read that. I started it yesterday. You can see it's a tome, and I read half of it yesterday. Will of the Many. It's so freaking good.
Okay.
All right. That's the last. That's the only time I'm going to throw my side into our podcast here.
Yeah. I don't know how many people
I will tell you that my TikTok feed is currently like Edgar Allan Poe, Jordan Peterson, that kind of stuff, like financial stuff. Like not a single dent guy thing on there. I just got to scrolling through that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's and I see these podcasts where, these financial guys are roasting people to oblivion about the random crap that they're blowing money on and stuff. So I find that quite hilarious. And
that's cool. I've
been getting entertained out of that,
up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think my Instagram is all entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So it's just nothing but like business advice.
Right.
So I'm really enjoying that.
How old are you guys?
I'm 39.
38.
Same. Oh my God. So I've just been trying to age early, because I tell you what, I didn't even really get into Instagram. I stopped at Facebook. Bam.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I didn't get into Instagram until I started making videos, and everyone's like, you got to put them on Instagram. It's like, fine.
Look, I say what you want about Instagram, but if TikTok is bland, if Facebook is bland on the reels, Instagram never disappoints me ever.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys see me and I haven't accomplished anything in the next like month, it's because if y'all got me on some TikTok. And you're gonna see me doing some stupid little dance. And you're gonna be like, "Oh, Jim gave up dance, and now he's doing the shuffle or some shit."
Right.
Yeah, we'll see Jim doing dance videos.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I mean, if you stay on that algorithm, that's what you'll get. Like I said, I didn't know how social media worked. I didn't know that there was an algorithm. If you watch those same type of videos, they're going to give you more of those same types. Yeah. You know, and that with that being said, I haven't seen many dent videos. So if I haven't liked any of this stuff in a while, it ain't because I don't like you anymore. It's just because my algorithm went to freaking Edgar Allan Poe stories.
We're all disappointed, Nick.
Yeah, sure. But you got some dance partners right here. All you got
that, Louis. I'll dance with you. All right, buddy. Let's make this happen.
Yeah,
do some stitching videos.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, cool. we're already a half hour in and we haven't gone through your story.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to your story. Let's start up to the beginning of your PDR career, I guess you would say.
I actually really like telling the story because I stumbled into this completely blind luck. So here it goes. So I was dating this girl. Yes, it's important. I have to tell you, I was dating this girl, right? Obviously, the relationship didn't work out, but her dad liked me. I was fresh out of the Marine Corps looking for a job, so I got hired on at the Subaru plant here in town where they make Outbacks, Legacies, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was on a trim team where I was laying down in cars. And if you've met me, I'm big. I've got no business laying down in 300 cars a night. You know what I mean? And I'm putting steering columns in and making connections and stuff like that. And my hands are freaking killing me. And this girl that I was dating, dad, walks by and he's like, "Jim, is that you?" And his name was also Jim. I was like, "It sure is." He's like, "You like doing that?" I was like, "Fuck no. I don't like doing this. This is stupid. Like, I'm on the verge of quitting and I'm like 6 months in, right?" And he's like, "Do you want to join the body reprocess team?" I was like, "I have no fucking idea what body reprocess is, but as long as it's not this, I'm in."
Right.
So get into it. Come to find out, it's a PDR team. And I say that lightly because, you know, what we did in there isn't like the worst thing that we would do at the factory is like, man, just fucking gravy money here. But it got me all the basics. And that's kind of where we started off. I got more and more interested in it. During that time, it was YouTube. I was seeing what other people were doing online with PDR. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh shit, I really suck. Like I thought, I was one of the better ones in the factory, but I realized like, oh no, I actually suck at this. So I just started pouring myself into it. Was on that team for like 5 years, something like that. I can't remember exactly. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm working second shift. I have this boy, my son, and second shift out there was 4:30 to usually like 3 a.m. So I was never seeing him. So I was like, I have got to make a run at starting a business doing this. Like there's got to be a market for it. I mean, I know there's holes in the market for it. Mm-hmm. So just slowly over time, I just started doing some side work. And then when I got to the point where I could almost reliably make as much money on the side as I was going to make that night in the factory, I started really thinking about leaving. So eventually I did. Just started doing retail, wholesale work, just like everybody does, rock lots. Mobile retail came a little bit after. Excuse me.
Good.
And I just created a little bit of a reputation.
If you need to go get water, you can go get water.
Honey, if you're still listening, SOS, I need some water, bro.
I mean, you can go get water. We'll talk while you're gone.
I'm going to be fine.
Okay.
But anywho, yeah, I just got a little bit of reputation and just kind of blew up from there. Now I've got a shop, 5 bays. You know, pre-COVID, we were busier than we are now. So we've kind of downsized. But that's okay. We stay busy. And, you know, and in between there, I went and chased hail and all kinds of other shit. And now we're training. Oh, look, my daughter's
already on her way.
Nice.
What a gal.
You got a whole support crew there. That's awesome.
I do. Check it out. Wait.
There you go.
Come on in, kiddo. Thanks, dear. You want to say hi?
No.
Why? You just gonna be fine?
That's the response I expected.
Come here, you. No, we're gonna make you internet famous. Come on, you. This is Scarlett. One of my bonus
painting
kids.
her nails.
There she is. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
She's quite shy. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right. So yeah, so you did the kind of like calculated risk leap.
It was, and actually that's worth talking about too. First of all, I tell my trainees, you're never ready. You know, like if you wait until you're ready, it's not going to get there. So yeah, that was it. And so what I would do is I would set these little micro goals for myself every day. Like, okay, today, before I go into Subaru, let's say I had to sleep. So let's say from noon to 3, I need to make $150. Now we can sit here and laugh about that now. Like $150, that's like 5 minutes of my day right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the time, it was a reasonable goal. I was like, okay, so now I'm making like $150 every day before work. That's dope, cool. I'm gonna see if I can do 175. So I just started setting these little micro goals until I was able to replace the income that I was making with Subaru. But even still, it wasn't a guaranteed thing. But for me, I got to the point where I have to see my son, even if this ends up being a pay cut. It's going to be worth it. And so I'm glad I did it that way. But yeah, the one thing I gotta tell people is if you wait until you are like, I know I'm 1,000% ready, it's never happening for you.
Right.
Like there comes a time where you do just have to make that leap. And you know, I wish I could say it works out that way for everybody, but it's the best decision I've ever made for me and my family.
Right. You know, comparison is the thief of joy. You took what you knew you needed and you made it work for you. You didn't look at somebody else who was making $300 a day and you went from 150 straight to 300. You took it and knew exactly what you needed to do and what you could do with your capabilities at the time, and went out there and made that jump that way.
And I mean, honestly, and it's weird to admit it now that, you know, we've got the shop and the reputation around town and stuff. Like I would be in parking lots like, hey, ma'am, I see that you have this dent. Can I take care of that for you while you go get your groceries? You know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just doing the scary shit that it took to hit that micro goal every day, you know?
Yeah. Well, if you're comfortable, you're not growing. You have to get out here and be uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Learning how to sell yourself, sell a business, all that stuff is kind of blindsiding. And it ain't just for PDR, it's for anything in general. If you go out here, you realize, hey, I don't really know how to take this particular product and distribute it amongst my local community. And that's a huge learning curve.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody in the comments has a story of their own they could share just on that topic alone.
For sure.
We're very lucky now. And I tell you what, but doing that hard stuff that you're talking about, Nick, putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, we're at a point now where I cruise. Like, especially those who know me know that I've had a heart attack like 5-6 years ago now. Yeah. And so that kind of changed my whole perspective on life. So where I was just grinding, I want to get out there, I want to go out. Now it's just like, man, as long as I'm paying my bills and I got a little spare cash to go fishing, whatever, like I'm good to go, because I front loaded all that scary shit at first. You know, I put myself out there and like ran people down in parking lots and shit like that. Now I've got the opportunity where I can have that shift in focus and I can focus on my family and my free time and shit like that.
Yeah, you don't have to stay in that mode forever, you know, but it is a beginning stage that you kind of have to go through at some point. And especially when you're stepping out on your own. The first time that I did, I can remember like just waking up on Tuesday from my 20 years of going Monday through Saturday, working flat rate in a shop, going to Tuesday, just going down the road going, I feel really weird not being at work.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm looking at other people and I'm like, these people aren't at work. So what are they doing? You know, just kind of relearning myself, taking the strategies and figuring out what everybody's doing, where they go during the week, how can I network, what can I do around the area, you know, just trying to get to know myself in a different light. And it's really weird to step out and do those things knowing, hey, I don't have anywhere I've got to be. Also, if I don't go and do anything, I won't have anything to do. So I got to figure out something. It's both cool and a little nerve-wracking at the same time.
And you said it there. Like, I mean, there's been times over my career too that I've rested on my hands too much, just enjoyed the freedom this job has allowed me too much. And next thing I know, I look up, I got nothing scheduled for a week, and I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
Like it is a dose of responsibility that you got to be, self-disciplined for too.
Right. Yeah. It's you can do whatever you want. At the same time, you can harm yourself with that. You can add too much. I mean, it's crazy. I'm used to the thing now, but I'm sure everybody can remember, the first time going out there, especially if you've worked at a place for a long time like that, going, well, I mean, just looking around going, yeah, I'm just out here now.
Oh, buddy. Walking out of the factory was the best feeling in the world. Like walking out, I was like, oh my God, I feel like an elephant's off my shoulders. Like I would clock into that place, feel like I was going to freaking prison,
Yeah.
It just mind numbing. It sucked. But then that like next week, and I'm just like, oh shit. Like I just gave up all of that security, all of that guaranteed income, and now it's on me.
Right. And when you don't have a palette of stuff to show somebody, you're like, hey, I can do dent repair. Okay. Well, what can you do? Do you have references? Do you have pictures? I don't have anything. And then you go through and you start seeing these
I got tools
kind of things, just when I got into social media and videoing and taking pictures, when I did, I'm glad I did, because that's some of the stuff that really saved me as far as like being able to say, well, yeah, I've done this stuff. I've got this stuff in my plate. I can take care of that for you. Prior, if you didn't have that, that would be really difficult to do.
Yeah. Oh, Andy Patrick. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. Anybody see that comment that Andy Patrick just left?
No, didn't see that at all.
Didn't see it at all.
Okay, cool.
We don't talk about that on this show.
No, we don't.
No, I don't really care. We haven't.
Jesse's in that situation right now. He says, it does get better, but there will be days when you feel like, you know what, maybe it's not gonna. But
oh my goodness,
it really does. It really does get better.
I remember those days still. I mean, I've been out on my own for like 15 something, 16, 17. Shit, I'm old as fuck. A while now. But yeah, dude, I remember the stress. Who said that? Jesse?
Yeah.
Jesse, brother. I remember that. And somebody else said, Joshua just said, driving around hearing everybody say no. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that happens too until that guy says yes.
Right.
And there you go.
Jesse made sure to let us know he's actually catching this episode at a Christmas party. And he's almost done with his beginner videos on your
awesome, Jesse. Thanks for watching those, and I'm honored to be part of your journey, buddy.
Trent doll.
Can we talk about the Trent doll? Got it.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a reason we don't talk about that?
No, there's no reason. I was just joking.
Yeah, I know it's because it's you.
Yeah. I actually thought it was you. I still think it's.
I thought it was Andy freaking Patrick.
Anyway,
I don't.
If for those that don't know, there's some interesting videos floating around the internet lately.
We'll keep this professional. Yeah, I would though, because some of them are hilarious. Dude, okay, so I'm not even going to talk about it. We're not going to support that. But the one they made about me made me so happy.
Okay.
I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. I mean, they showed me whatever. I was like, I was straight up alcoholic. I was like, whatever. And then they're like, if you don't deserve me at your dent tool freak, which was my first YouTube channel, right? You don't deserve me at your real world PDR trainer. And I was just like, man, that's so cool.
I had to look up the dent tools freak. I didn't know that even existed.
Yeah, you young bucks don't know nothing about nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that was I guess I should probably in my story. Dent Tools Freak did honest tool reviews because I wasn't seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, howdy, did that cause a lot of freaking problems.
Really?
Yeah. So the amount, if you guys would have been around back then, the amount of nonsense, the defending myself I had to do, just burning other mother flippers to the ground. who just started talking sideways to me. It was a whole thing. So now if you hear me talk about a tool, it's because I like it. If I don't like it, I'm just going to shut up. I'm not doing this.
That's awesome. Hey, well, I don't know. I could give you credit for speaking your mind, but if it caused problems, then that's no good.
Well, and that's the thing. Like if you subscribe to Real World, I'm a little more loose with my lips about what I like and what I don't like in that content, right?
Right.
But putting that on YouTube was just jeez Louise. Like I couldn't go a day without having to fight with somebody online. I was like, this isn't worth it.
Wow.
Josh thinks it's somebody that watches the show. And my dog wants to go outside. She can wait.
So the same thing.
Your dog wants the same thing?
Go outside. Yeah.
So that's all I want. Just go outside. And if I let her out, then I'm gonna have to go let her in 2 minutes. And after she does nothing out there.
Yeah.
She can wait.
I'm right there with Andy though. I mean, honest tools better than just, saying, hey, it's great because whatever the situation behind the scenes. But
he's still being honest.
I know it comes back. It can be like if you're giving negative something out there. I mean,
and it wasn't even the manufacturers. That's the thing. Like the manufacturers were largely understanding. Like, and I was tactful about most of them, right? And I'm not beholden to anybody. Yes, we get tools to give away. Yes, they send free tools. But Anson, I love Anson. I support Anson to the end of the world. They know that if they send me something that I don't believe in, I'm not putting it on the content. It's just not what I do. So like you'll still get the honest reviews. And I've had a lot of people ask to bring some Dent Tools Freak-esque ness to the Real World channel, and I'll probably do that. But I'm just not going to go as hard as I did back then.
Yeah.
Age tempers you a little bit.
A little bit.
Sure. I mean, it's good to be tactful with this stuff too. I mean, it's very public, especially when you have a following like you or I do.
Right.
And it's I mean, it's images are everything. A social media account is very powerful these days. So I still feel like you're still being honest. I do the same thing. So you send me something, I'm not gonna like if it's something that is okay, I might talk about it, but I'll point out its features. I won't say I really like this for this. I'll just be like, this thing is this, this, and this. If I don't like it, it's not going to be in a video at all.
Right.
But yeah, if I'm in a video and I'm talking about something, it's because I like it. I mean, I might have gotten it, for free. I might have gotten to give something away, like you said, but it. If I'm talking about it, I'm being honest. My integrity is important to me.
That's exactly it, and that's what I felt was lacking during that time.
But
you know what? It does put you, but for me personally, it puts me behind the ball a little bit because, like, the mini hub handles that Anson just put out, right?
Yeah,
I wanted to beat it up before I told anybody to go buy it.
Compact.
And I just made a video about it today. Just today, because I have beat it up now for several weeks, and I've seen 5 videos about it that came out before. But like you said, I'll be a little bit late to the party to know that I'm not pumping shit.
That's good though. I appreciate that as somebody who consumes your content and uses it for I mean, I sent you a message about flat bars not too long ago. So like it's clearly I value your opinion on this stuff.
Are you going to get that one, by the way?
I already got it.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
Yeah. A better bar? Yeah. Highly recommend it. So I will tell you that message was like from March. So I don't know when it popped up on your chat, but
was it really?
Yeah.
I've turned off my notifications on Messenger and stuff like that. Like I really am a hermit. Like I am.
It's fine.
You guys will see me at MTE. Like social anxiety, this is fine.
Yeah,
but
right.
Like being constantly bombarded by people sometimes is just like a lot for me. And so I've turned off Messenger. So sorry, I didn't mean to make you wait that long.
Don't worry about
but
it.
But literally, I probably just opened Messenger for the first time in like 2 months.
I hear you. No, I send that out. And when I send something like that, I send it to like multiple people. So I get multiple opinions. I don't always listen to everyone's opinion because sometimes people combat, but I like to know what people think, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely happy with a better bar from A Better Repair. That's an awesome flat bar. I've also now picked up Daniel Krause's line of tools, except for his new one that came out on Black Friday. I don't have that, but I've got his Max Reach flat bar. That's come in really handy a few times. I use his Beast bar a lot. I was using that a lot today.
Oh my God, I've got to check. See, this is why I got to get back on social media, because we actually talked about some of these things at MTE. Me and Daniel did, and I haven't, I haven't really kept up, but I haven't seen him, so I want to see what he's up to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got a good video on our YouTube of his line of tools. That
you got some good stuff. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
And we're going to be going again around this year at MTE to we're going to try and hit a lot of booths and get some videos made, talking about the new tools that are out or older tools, but just the stuff that you can see at MTE. So definitely watch our YouTube for that.
I like to see the stuff that's put out last year, and when you go to the next, to see if the stuff is still legitimate, valid, the stuff that's still floating around, and then the stuff that was like, well, we threw it out here and then it didn't work, so we just kind of hid it. I like to see that kind of stuff.
Or there's a new version out this year. It's like, well, glad I waited.
I don't immediately go out and buy everything as soon as it comes out. I like to I know what works for me, and I like to add those kind of things slowly, because if you get too many tools, at least for me, I'll have so much options that I won't really know which one to use anymore.
If you've seen my shop, I've got walls and walls and walls of tools.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody, don't. It slows you down. I'll have 3 tools that'll work just fine in my hand, and I'll go around the shop for 10 minutes trying to find the tool, though,
Yeah.
Like streamlining your sets better than what I've got going on right now. But it's good for trainees. They want to put their hands on stuff. I've got the tool,
It's good for training. It's good for like background viewage and all that kind of stuff. It looks cool.
Does look awful saucy in the video,
right? I like tools. That's one of my things that I like to spend money on. So I'll end up buying more than I need, but that's what I like. So I have nothing. I'm not against it. As long as I can pay my bills, feed my dog and myself, I'm good.
Oh man, that must be nice.
It's lonely, but it's all right. I like it. It is nice being able to do whatever I want. I will say that.
Again, 4 kids. It's don't get a lot of that.
Pros and cons to everything.
You're right.
Like I said, you got the support crew. Nobody's gonna bring me water.
That's true. Yeah, you guys see that? That was like a minute later, and I had some water.
It was
right, for sure.
Impressive. For sure. Future plans for Jim Mitchell? Anything in the works?
So no, I'm going to update a lot of the content online. Not update. I'm going to add to it, because I still think a lot of the content online is gold, just ageless, really. I'm going to start doing, like I mentioned here, some more tool videos, because people start to like that. The thing that I had struggled with is that Real World is really a complete set. I mean, it has got what you need to learn PDR, and I hate repetition so bad. So I wasn't making a whole lot more YouTube videos, because I've kind of shown what I'm willing to show on YouTube, and then once you get to Real World, like, damn, it's there. Like any dent that I get in, I was like, well, I've got 1 or 2 that explain this. But what I found is people just like more. They just like more content. They want to see that same dent done again. And I was like, okay,
right.
The people have spoken, so that's what we're doing. Also, meta glasses have been really nice. It's given a whole new view to people. You can't get that close-up view, but you can see what I'm doing with my hands a little bit more. So I'm gonna really stretch the limit of those with some of the content too. See what I can come up with. So basically, we've got a winning formula, and I'm just gonna keep working with it. See if we can come up with something even better.
Absolutely. I mean, I know we've been talking about it pretty much all night, but I just want to reiterate that Jim's got an online PDR training platform. I used it. Tons of people use it. You go to a PDR group, ask what they use. That's what you're going to see. realworldpdr.com right there on the bottom. Is there still an introductory, like
There is
the 101?
So I call that kind of the toe dipping one, right? So if you're not sure PDR is right for you, I've got something called PDR 101. It's a one-time charge of $55. Then it's yours forever. But it teaches you how to use your light. It shows you a couple drills, just to get a feel for it. Yep. Now, here's the thing, though. PDR monthly is $65, right? A month. And it contains PDR 101. So if you're pretty sure that you want to pursue PDR, go ahead and do PDR monthly. There's no cancellation fee. There's no anything like that. If you decide that you hate my guts after the first month, you'll get probably more mileage out of PDR monthly than you will 101. But if you're afraid, you just want to dip your toe, PDR 101 is a great place to start too.
That's great. No, I started with the 101, and I wanted to do PDR only a few years into auto body. So clearly I was hesitant. Maybe it was what you talked about. I wanted to see if I liked your teaching style and everything. Right. So,
and I think that's fair. That's a legit concern. Like, who wants to sign up for a trainer if I can't stand his voice or something? Right. You know what I mean? And I will, since you guys are giving me a platform here, which I appreciate, I am still going to mention that Anson, thank you guys very much. They're still offering $100 worth of in-store credit when you sign up for PDR monthly. So you've got the $65 charge that gets you $100 worth of tools. It is risk-free. You can only win. So it's a great time while they're still offering that to sign up for PDR monthly. Do give us some time. That's a bit of a process to get your Anson account set up and then get the money loaded through Anson. So just be patient. My wife does all that. She does her best. She's also a nurse. Give it a minute, but you will get your money. Everybody gets their in-store credit.
Nice. No, that's really cool.
Yeah. Really appreciate everything you and the Anson crew. I mean, they don't have to do that. That's awesome. Anson, it's great people.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. Like, seriously.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Well, we'd make some people upset if we didn't do our giveaway, huh?
So looks like it's time for that.
Okay. So for those that don't know, we are giving away a Kiko K-Power. This is the larger one. Sorry, I'm bumping the mic. Not the junior. It comes with some ends to grab tabs. It comes with some solid tabs, and it comes with tab straps, which are my favorite.
Yeah.
The tab straps are game changer. So
comes with everything you need to get your stretch on, except for the glue.
And I y'all know, I mean, there are a lot of good lateral tension systems on the market. Like I said, I like tools. I've tried pretty much all the major ones, and they all are great in their own way, but I find myself grabbing the K-Power whenever I need lateral tension. Super fast, easy setup. And the tab straps they knocked it out of the park with that stuff. So really excited to give this away because
I'm excited to be here to give it away. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Simple. The wheel's got a few more numbers than normal. Let's see who wins.
Let's do it.
This is exciting.
Longer than normal. I can't tell which number it's on.
62. Who's 62? Let's do this. We're making dreams come true. Well, you guys are making dreams. I'm just along for the ride.
Michael Price.
Price.
What? Really?
Michael Price.
Awesome. He's in here right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he was in here. Yeah.
I bet you he's still in here. Michael, you won a K-Power. Congratulations.
Awesome.
I've got goosebumps for you, man.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. He's on. Yeah. He's a real world member too. Michael Price, I'm so happy for you.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you everyone who entered our giveaway. There is a rumor that we might be doing another one of these after MTE.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is, the winner. Awesome. Congratulations, man.
And not to take anything away from your guys, we still have tools to give away for members of Real World too.
Awesome.
Sometime before MTE, we still got a bunch of them. So keep your eye out for that as well.
Just go sign up for Real World PDR. I mean,
Yeah,
even the
for sure.
experienced guys, you can pick up some stuff. It's you can only get better, right?
I am so stoked the guy that won that is watching right now. That never happened.
Well, we lucked out a little bit there. I mean, there are a lot of names on that list.
There was a lot of names on the list for sure. Yeah,
dude, I'm always sending endless emails trying to get a hold of winners, and you guys, I'm jealous. That's why I want my giveaways to go.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love this guy, Greg. Suck it, James Bernard.
Yeah.
Oh man,
James comes and works in my shop a couple days every week. He does wheels and stuff out of there.
James does.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's great. And you know what's funny is we interacted with him on the show a bunch of times, and then we're sitting at MTE at the what was it, Wreckers, and somebody comes up behind us and just grabs us and goes, "Smash Masters!" and then he goes away.
Yeah.
It's like, who is that? And then I don't forget who was next to us. He's like, "Oh, that's James Bernard." And I was like, "Oh, that's what he looks like." I had no
he still
idea.
does that to me in the shop. I'll just be standing around and I'll get big old James Bernard.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's a James Bernard hug then.
Yeah.
It's cool to interact with people that you see on here and then you see them in person and kind of hang out with them a little bit. That's pretty cool.
For sure.
I really enjoyed that last year. I can't wait for MTE this year. We've definitely grown our circle a lot this year.
For sure.
So, but yeah, man, Jim, thanks for coming on.
Guys, thanks for having me on. Like, I've really enjoyed this podcast.
Cool.
I feel like we stayed focused on PDR things. Which is cool. You know what I mean? It was fun.
Yeah, no squirrel moments.
Right.
We're all good at that one.
Yeah, right. We usually just kind of take it for what it is, go down through the comments, and just kind of banter and have a good time. And it usually keeps us on track, believe it or not, even without a script.
Yeah. I tell you, anytime. Like, I would love to be back sometime. I'm taking some liberties here saying that. So if you'll have me back sometime, I'd love to come back.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
No, we're kind of working our way around and getting some people's stories, but both Nick and I have talked about doing some topic oriented shows. Mm-hmm. So when there's a more topic oriented show where we need somebody like yourself, we'll absolutely hit you up. This is a great show. I've
had a blast with you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. An hour, like Michael Price says, hour goes by fast. It does. Yeah.
Especially when you're in stuff, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. No, awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope you enjoy your week, and we will see you next week with Cass, CT Body Tech. Had a bunch of followers on Instagram. She's an auto body tech here in Connecticut, and we've been dying to get her on. So that should be another fun episode.
She should have a really good story from a woman's perspective in the collision world. So yeah, stop by in, come see us, hang out with us next week.
She sent my wife some stickers, and my wife was all kinds of happy. She was like, "Girl power, let's do this."
Awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're excited. All right, we'll see you all next week.
Have a good one, guys.
So crank it up loud.